What I'm about to show you is the greatest Scrabble tournament finals ever played. And I know what you might be thinking. Who the hell watches Scrabble? What is this game about? But give it a chance and hear me out here, because this is an exceptional battle of logic and word knowledge. To give you some backstory, it is the 2024 Scrabble Players Championship final between Mac Meller and Ian Weinstein. Both of these players are grandmasters, and to get there, they had to have an exceptional record, winning about 21 games and losing 7 only each. And in this final, it was anyone's game. Guys, I really hope you enjoy watching this. It's very different to Trackmania, but my excitement for this game is hopefully very infectious, and I hope you guys will enjoy Scrabble too. Subscribe if you haven't. Check out also Will Anderson, who helped me commentate this, another Scrabble grandmaster, makes fantastic videos. That's all for this intro. Please enjoy the finals, and I'll see you guys for more Trackmania soon. So, friends, welcome to class. We're not going to do an attendance check, too many people. But before the game starts, so they've played 2 games already. Here's an excerpt from game number 2 that I was watching. Mac is like a genius with words. He's played this game all his life. I think Ian has as well, but neither of them have won the Scrabble 2024 championship. And right now, after this game, Ian did win, but he made some mistakes. And Mac played more accurately. Ian 2-0, how many games are we playing? It's a best of 5. So Mac needs to reverse sweep to win the tournament. If Ian wins once, he wins. Exactly. Oh, Will is also here to help answer questions. Awesome. Will, let me know if you want to jump on voice at some point. Anytime? Okay. I mean, I can call you right now. If you're down to cast a little bit with me. Hello.
What's up, everybody?
How's it been being at the championship, Will? Have you enjoyed it?
It's been a blast. It's like seeing like your family.
I can only relate it to like going to a Trackmania tournament and seeing every person that you know from like online games and stuff, and then you're all there competing, and it's really fun. You just get to talk about your favorite hobby with these people.
But yeah, I mean, Mac, I saw a ton of good questions in the chat. First of all, the Nigel questions. I thought he was going to be here playing this year, but
is he allowed to join, even if it's the North American Player Championship?
It is, yeah. So he could have come and taken our lunch money like he does every year, but he chose not to this year.
All right, looks like we're starting. So yeah, this is exciting, everybody. Mac has the first move. He needs to win 3 in a row to make the reverse sweep. And it works a lot like a chess game. You handshake, and then you have to draw the tiles from the bag. All right, you got to tell me what you're seeing here. I see the word chow. That's all I see.
Yeah,
on Mac's rack.
That's probably going to be a move that he's considering. Looks like he has brown set up. So chow would be a really good play, but this play gets 1 further out from that center star.
Yeah, so you can double it and then double the word as well. Now, Ian has a pretty terrible rack, right? Like there's no vowels. He has the Q, W. Yeah, is this just exchange?
That is trash. He's going to exchange for sure.
So he might like keep RS and trade, because you can trade out the tiles if you have just an unplayable rack of tiles.
So he'll do that for sure. Can't imagine him playing.
So I tell you, Will, I have been like kind of following this game for a few years now, and I absolutely love it. I had a party at my house, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and then people slept over. We were gonna watch something on the TV, and they were like, "What are we gonna watch?" I said, "Guys, you won't believe it. I found the best thing to watch ever." And then we watched the tournament finals of this, the VOD. And then they were also like, "Dude, this game is crazy." Okay, so he's exchanged tiles. Did he get anything good after his trade?
Those tiles are definitely good. He has a very obscure bingo to the B of brown. Baudron with an S at the end. At this level, what you'll see the players finding words like that, like reflexively.
Now here's another thing. So I see, of course, and I think he's gonna play the word because he doesn't have anything else, but there's a big danger in playing this word, is there not? Because he's putting the S in the triple lane.
That's true, and that's definitely something that you always want to be considering, opening up the edge of the board. At this level, something that's important to know is that players are able to find good scoring plays almost anywhere on the board. You can't be too scared to open the triple against, you know, either one of these guys.
But like, so if he could avoid it and play a different bingo, he maybe would have, but there just wasn't anything.
Potentially would, yeah.
This looks like someone just mashed their keyboard on Mac's side. It's like nothing to... I could not make a word with this.
So it looks like he's considering just playing Josh through the O. Oh, but he's now considering much crazier one. Yeah, we'll see what he does.
And he has 2 S's. Now the S I know is like godlike tile, because there are so many words you can pluralize. Since he has 2 of them, is he gonna play one even if it's, or is it valuable to have both?
In general, when you have 2, you can part with one much more easily. Having 2 of them doesn't make you any better able to pluralize on one turn.
Is he looking at the word flesh? Is that what he's trying to do?
I'm wondering if he's considering
flush?
clever.
Maybe?
Oh, flush. That looks more.
Because then he hits the F and the S, the H.
Yes.
3x? Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a decent idea. The nice thing about that too, he keeps the J, and there's a good spot for it above the O.
Yeah, there's a lot of these 2-letter words that when you start watching Scrabble make no sense. Like QI is a word, XI, XU. There's all these 2-letter words that you've probably never seen, but Scrabble players know them all. This is wild.
Yeah, this is what I was wondering whether he would play.
So in Norwegian, this is a word actually, but I don't know if that's what it means. It's carpentry in school is sløyd. I don't know if that's the same.
That is absolutely where we've stolen this word from.
Oh, it is? Okay. That's fun. Yeah.
If you were to Google it, you would see.
Oh my god, he bingos again. 2 the triple. Oh man.
This is a big draw for Mac here.
He needs something good now, right? What are we thinking after the draw here?
He's drawn some good stuff, but I think the U and F are the 2 tiles that he's going to want to dump as fast as possible.
And to my noob eyes, it does look like Ian has a pretty bad rack, right?
True. So that's going to help him get back. Somebody had a good comment, which was like, words like Niobate and Lloyd doesn't make viewing this more exciting. I actually appreciate that point of view. It just feels like in chess, move the queen in a way that was never before seen.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
No,
So
I have the opposite point of view, where what I like about this game is how players at this level have literally sort of eaten a dictionary and memorized all these words, and they can bring them out when they see them on their rack. Just like, oh yeah, I remember that chemical salt called a niobate. While I don't understand the words, if they're valid and they remember them, I'm often like fascinated by just the craziness that they play.
I just want to point out, in the actual game,
much
actually takes an S hook in front for smutch.
Oh, so he's trying to open space.
Yeah, he just set up his S in a really clever way.
Does he have any way to use the Z now? The Z?
It doesn't look like he has a good way to use the Z now, but it's actually okay because he can use the Z elsewhere and then potentially gear up for an even better play with his S later.
Chad is also picking up on the 2-letter words ta and ho. I don't know what these mean, but
I think they know what ho means.
Okay, they probably do.
No offense to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of you can play childish words in Scrabble as well. I don't know how many of them are allowed, but
literally, if you play Scrabble long enough, you find yourself saying things and then hearing them after. I literally once said, "Thank God I had diarrhea."
Right. Okay.
And then I heard myself, and I was like, "What has my life come to?"
It's a bingo, no?
It was a bingo.
It's an 8, yeah.
Exactly.
Diarrhea to save the game. Now, what is a play that you're seeing here that like stands out to you for Mac with this rack? What about Zoo in the middle of the board?
That looks as good as anything I see. Another suggestion in chat of ooze down from the O of Niobates.
That's good.
It's a little bit aggressive, but he needs to be at this score. Nice job.
That's good.
I like this from Mac.
Now we need a bingo.
The board is so good now with Smutch at the top. And now oozes at the bottom. If he had an open L, he would have lifespan.
Yeah.
I don't think there is now.
Oh? No, it's not enough space.
That's a good play. It scores nicely, and it blocks that E of ooze.
Yeah.
Or you could see a big play hitting 2 double word scores.
I think one thing I want to point out to chat as well, like you see these big scores on the Q, for example, it's worth 10 and X is worth 8. Not all of them are that good. Q is actually considered the worst tile, just garbage tier tile in the game.
I would add that if you're a totally new Scrabble player, only at this level, where you're finding all those bingos and stuff like that, the Q really suffered because you just can't do bingos with it.
Oh, Mac
ever.
insta plays here.
Oh,
Paisani.
Paisani. It gets him back in the game.
And Usa scores pretty well for the S2, right? Like, this is a big
Very.
play.
Yeah, that's huge for Mac.
Okay,
That's
we're
what
in the
he
game.
needed.
All right. This is not an unbiased commentary. I just want to say I am clearly rooting for Mac here, being more familiar with him. But
this is why the Q is considered to be such a nuisance. He's going to play it somewhere for not that many points, and Mac draws the other blank.
Oh, this is good. Yeah.
He definitely has bingos here.
And with one more bingo, he's going to be back in the game. One more plus 50.
He can play something like footage. Yeah, Chad has noticed.
Crazy.
We'll see what he goes with.
He goes with this word. But what does it actually mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think tying up bundles of sticks.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. A bundle of sticks, yeah, okay. All right.
This is
your laugh,
valid.
Chat. Pretty crazy word.
Yeah, go ahead, Chat. Get it out of your system.
From the word to bind together into a bundle. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to say it out loud, but... And he got the other blank too. I mean, he's going to run away with this, right? With
Mac
just
fans
drawing really well.
Are breathing sighs of relief right now for some way that he can get rid of his Y.
I'm sorry. Chat is so stupid.
What are they saying now?
I think they saw one slur and now they're seeing another one.
That's Scrabble, right?
Like that's how the brain works. You see one thing, you see the other, but
very suggestible.
There's surely
he
a
made
better
a nice play.
Oh, what was the play?
He put the Y there.
Oh yeah,
Mac is gonna bingo again for sure.
I mean, there's not that many lanes left where you could get a easy bingo, right?
The S of Niobate and the S of Sloyd in the top right.
Yeah, and then that blank D maybe is ads a valid word? ADS?
Yes, it is. You could play there too. And he's gonna play steering.
STH?
It's a P.
Oh, P. Sphering. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice find. Someone asked if there's unlimited tiles. You can see the remaining tiles up top. And what's interesting is now we're getting to the end game, and once the tile bag is empty, like the players are crossing off of a sheet. If a W is played, they'll go, okay, one W removed. And at the end of the game, they'll know when the bag is empty exactly what their opponent has left on their rack. And as you're getting close to it, what they could have. When you get to that point, the strategy changes a lot. Because you can see that, like, oh, my opponent has a bingo. But if I play here, I block them. And then, you know, you would net more points than trying to play a high point word yourself. So soon they're going to have less luck at all. And it's just going to be about knowing what the best play is. This is looking rough for Ian with 100 points to recoup with only 19 tiles remaining.
Totally. The board is really sort of sprawling out. It's going to be hard to find room. And Mac also has some good scoring tiles too.
Whatever Ian does here, I'm assuming Mac wants to block the top S, and then I don't see any more places you could easily get a bingo down, right?
Ian has IN. He's going to be looking at the G of steering to try to make an ING word here. So whatever he plays, look for him to keep those letters.
Yeah, smart strategy here. So there's a lot of words that end in ING, like priming and subscribing, and begging does end in ING, or correctly assessing that. You guys are great at words, chat. You should play Scrabble.
He almost has way too tank. Great observation. I'm looking forward to, obviously the dictionary is like a living thing. It's always changing. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to woo-woo making its way.
Being a real word. Yeah, that's a useful one. What about all these Zoomer words, Will, like Riz and...
They're coming. I think some of them are already in there. Riz is definitely coming.
Skibbity would be a good bingo. You're right, chat. All right, so
good enough.
How did Ian's play work out here? Because he played off his N, so he wasn't going for the ING word.
Yeah, that was surprising. I mean, I think the reason he did that was his play actually scored a very good number of points. And I think he's pinning his hopes on the S at the top of the board. In that top right. Suggestion of woods. Woods is a great idea, but you can actually even add a Y to that. So woodsy, as in somebody that's very outdoorsy. So this is a huge comeback for Mac. He was down.
Must be feeling good about
quite a lot in this game.
It was down by like 100 points earlier. And then two bingos back to back, right? What's the most points ever scored? Do you know this off the top of your head?
Only twice in the history of competitive Scrabble has a player scored 800 points in a game of Scrabble. It has happened.
Well, so that is maybe another question. What is the longest word that's been played?
And there also have been a very, very low number of 15-letter words that span an entire column.
Wait, 15s have been played? That's insane.
There was a story of one player playing the word existent, and it was extended to existentialist.
Existentialists. Oh my god.
Yes.
Like you realize how insane that is. You only have 7 letters on your rack, so there needs to be an 8 on the board, and then you need to extend it by 7 letters to a valid dictionary word. And a lot of people probably don't study 15s, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Even studying 9
starts to get crazy.
It's pretty rare.
Okay, Yaus comes down.
Good question. Why did he choose Yaus? One reason why is that if you envision Woodsy on the board, it does open up that tricky word score in the top center of the board. Because
words like AW are valid words. If there was a W at some point here, then you could foreseeably hit it if you hook on AW, right? Or
exactly.
OW.
Mac is now going to be able to play something underlapping Ian's previous play, and he'll be able to see the unseen tiles and see those 3 R's and know that basically there's no way Ian can play a bingo here.
Yeah, there's no bingo that exists, even with the best rack possible.
Yeah, he's thinking of playing Iodate.
Iodate.
This would have a lot of overlaps under... It's going to have a go, Gid, and Opa.
Okay, so you gotta explain Gid to me. Opa is German for grandpa, is it?
Yes, that is exactly what it is. Gid appears to be a disease of sheep.
Scrappy is also, or Scrapey is also a sheep disease, Will.
And that's another Trackmania streamer.
Yes, exactly. I know this one.
You see how much I know?
Oh, you know that too. That's awesome.
I'm a
Scrappy, yeah.
I'm a virtual lurker. I know a lot of lore.
That's awesome.
That you may not expect.
So how does the game end now? That is something that people might be wondering. Mac has 2 tiles left. Ian has 7 to play.
So the game ends when one of the 2 players uses all of their tiles, and there are no more tiles in the bag. When that happens, the player who goes out first gets an extra bonus of the value of the tiles from the other player's rack. And the bonus you get is equivalent to the face value of those tiles times 2.
If it was Mac's turn now and he played the word, for example, can, then he would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points times 2. He would get 14 for Ian's remaining tiles.
Scrabble Word Finder says Gid isn't a word. Sometimes it's tough to know how official those word finders are. And
it also gets confusing because there's different dictionaries that are played.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
This one is played in NWL, the new word list, which is different to the international, right? Word list.
Yeah, I mean, I try to pay as little attention to that as possible because it's like I think we all would like there to be one. Scrabble actually is owned by trademark holders that are different in North America and the rest of the world. It's owned by Hasbro in North America and by Mattel in the rest of the world. So you have some sort of differences between play in North America and the rest of the world on that basis.
And is it right to say that this is the more like restricted dictionary? Like there's actually a lot more crazy words in Collins, the other dictionary. Also, chat, if you are a Mac Meller fan, then we are on the board now. The game is over, and he won this one. So it's 2-1 in the series. They're going to play again, and I think Ian will have the first move next time, which is a small advantage. Guys, we're starting. It's game 4 of the finals. Ian has 2 games won. Mac has 1 game won. Now we're seeing the draws. Ian starting with a blank, but 3 E's.
Very, very likely. Play something like Eek. Probably EKE. Huge favorite to bingo next turn as well. So it's a good draw for him. He's very likely to play Eek. And the reason he's going to do that is to guard... Exactly.
Because if not,
And he's going to be
yeah.
guarding against the X would score so much more.
Yeah. Like the X would land on a double letter square, and the X would double its value a lot, and he could also get another tile next to it probably. But what other options do you have? Is KA a word? Could he play like axe under here?
He could, yeah. That is a word, and that would be a good play. Good eye.
Okay, we're learning, guys. Oh, there it is. Look at this. Okay. Are we sure he's not listening in? Will?
I'm quite far away. I've staked out a location.
All right, just making sure.
Very far away here. So yeah, this could be an exchange.
Oh yeah.
For Ian, and there you go.
So
just
rather than
tossed all those vowels back,
because there isn't that many words you can make with the use here, right? So rather than try to make something for like 5 points, he just wants them gone and replace them with some good tiles. An ES blank, you can then bingo afterwards, potentially.
He's very likely.
Oh, this looks good.
To get a bingo here. Ooh, tricky play. Nice play by Mac. Paua is defined as a shellfish from New Zealand.
Crazy play.
Oh, wow. Mac has anti-fog.
Is that actually a word? A valid one?
It is. And there you set it up.
Ooh, okay. This play is what Will is thinking of. What about...
So it depends on where Ian plays.
Yeah.
That might get blocked.
Is Vestral, is that what he's looking at? Is that a word? Vestral? Vestral?
So I'm curious where he is going to play this.
So this is what you call like it's a shootout is what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a word you'll hear.
A bingo shootout. Haymakers back and forth. He goes with a
different
different
word. So I very
word?
much think Ian's not going to block. There you go.
Axel.
But I'm going to predict that anti-fog is on the board within 15 seconds.
I know he in his YouTube series he likes to wait and like double check that there's no like 9-letter word he can suddenly form a double.
Oh, that's true.
He always like he wants to check like this kind of stuff if there's a word here. Just straight through the tiles.
It's incredibly patient how he does that.
Anti-fog comes in.
The thing about this is that Ian's going to have a nice place to play Chi.
Oh
right
yeah,
alongside
he can play QI here. This and this would score 22.
It's gonna score well. It scores more, yeah, because
like 40.
One of the two Chis is doubled.
Yeah.
So you're getting 22. The other one you get 11, and for if you get 10.
Yeah.
So the total score on that is whatever that is, 43.
Yeah. So just after bingo, maybe possible to get a bingo.
Unbelievable draw for him.
Oh, he even drops the S for cheese.
And this is a word finding check here for Mac. He has one and only one playable bingo here.
And you've spotted
Huge
it.
Swing for him. Yeah, I see it.
Now, I'm sure he's found it, actually. I'm sure he's found it already.
He's probably found it.
Marveler? Is that the word? Yeah. He's lining it up.
You got it.
No, he's got it. We see Ian has lined up Audios. He's getting unlucky with the draws here, actually. Like, this is a lot of vowels back to back to back.
Well, we didn't see this on stream, but he got very lucky with his draws in games 1 and 2.
He did.
So that's why we play these matches, best of, 5 or really longer would be even better.
Yeah.
So that the luck factor can even out a little.
But this is going to be...
nice job by Mac.
Yeah. Big lead now, right? Like, this might score around 70, 80 points.
It scores in the mid-60s.
Yeah, so he's going to be up 50 points before Ian's made his play.
But Ian has that S. There's only one other one.
S hook onto Marveler?
It does, yeah.
So you can play Marvelers and maybe some big play this way, or yeah. You also clean up your rack and you're left with just an E, which is a very good tile in this game. And my god, this looks clunky for Mac. Well.
It does. He's in a little trouble with that.
UUOOYJ. It's pretty crazy tiles to have. Because I guess that's the thing is, like, for you guys, for the top players, it's if you have a bingo, you lock onto it quite quickly. But it's these turns where in between, where there are many promising options that you have to like make a game plan, right?
Absolutely. So the bingo looks the craziest, but actually that's all like prep.
Yeah.
Stuff that you would train and practice, and it looks really cool. But it's probably the simplest that the players are doing at this level.
What do you think of Ian's current rack? Can he capitalize if Mac plays jury in any way? Is it like... It doesn't look too good with IINN.
It's kind of... I don't think he's likely to have anything that good.
Ooh.
Oh, he goes a different way.
Soju. This one we know. This is a drink. Korean vodka.
Checking that.
Yeah.
Distilled from rice or sweet potato.
Oh, he played immediately. Hinnied.
That's a good idea. Not a bingo, but it scored decently.
Interesting rack from Mac here, Will. He has the words, he has the letters to spell Riolu on his rack. Is that a valid word?
Sorry, which word?
Riolu. Riolu.
I don't think so.
So, would you say that if you put it on the board that it would be cheating? If you played Riolu on the board, or no?
I guess I would have to say it is.
Yeah, okay.
Big time.
He probably shouldn't do that.
He would be ejected from the tournament playing that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian drew the W.
Ooh. But there isn't like a very good way to cash it in other than like a short word, right? Like Hugh or something. H-E-W.
He'll probably play H-A-W.
Ha?
In that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, haw would be a word. Oh, lewd. That's a good suggestion as well. Good spot by Thagrius. We love the lewd words in Scrabble.
I mean, you can always rely on chat to find words like this. Lewd and flush and... I mean, they were quick to spot the other words as well. Oh, this is nice. He's looking at gluey, I think. Right?
Oh, that is nice.
Getting rid of a lot of bad tiles and blocking this lane.
Oh, now he's considering Gorily.
Gorily, okay. Gotcha.
So this scores a little better and keeps the E.
And he values that because there are so many consonants left. Am I correct in that? Because
I think that's probably
the imbalance in the tile
big
bag.
Factor for him.
Out of the players, which one would you say has the best rack now, Will?
It's very close. I would say Ian's is a little bit better. He doesn't have a truly toxic combo of letters the way VU is. So the issue here, if he plays Haw, it creates a very good S hook in Haws. So he's probably thinking to himself, oh, well,
he decided for Lewd instead.
That? And he plays Lewd potentially to avoid making that hook. I think this, even though Mac is so close to a lot of bingos here, he doesn't actually have one. And his move is very tricky. He doesn't have an easy way. As you said, the board is quite open, but mostly for bingos. There aren't actually, if you look carefully, it's not that easy to hit a triple word score. So there is one tricky spot through the N of Winnied and the E of Marvelers, where you could play something like Uneven.
Uneven.
And this doesn't feel good. It only scores like 20 points, and it leaves him R-E-B, a great combination to potentially get a bingo down on this next turn.
Yeah, and that also speaks to how crazy the level is. Like, if I'm playing Scrabble against friends and I score 20 points, I'm happy. Like, that's a good play, you know? Here, it's one of the worst scoring plays so far this match. We have Mac with a lot of consonants here.
Oh, man. Okay. Let me try to foretell the future here. This word actually came up in our stream.
It did?
Ohaya.
I don't remember this. But
he can play this underneath Soju. And if he does, Mac is going to play pre-draft for 200 plus points.
No way. He gets a double-double?
Triple-triple.
Oh, triple-triple. Sorry. This is insane, guys.
Triple-triple. Mac is going to play this instantly. I guarantee you.
Jesus Christ.
Going to score literally hundreds of points here. This is amazing for your audience to potentially see this play.
Yeah. Is there any better options for Ian than Ohaya? Because you get Joe, you get... like, this is a lot of points. Is there anything that can steer him away from this disaster?
Yes. He is now considering Iota one spot over. But frankly, Ohaya is so many more points. I think he's going to go back to that.
Oh,
and we're going to see an absolutely legendary play.
And just so people understand this, triple-triple means you get 9 times the word score plus another 50 for the bingo. That's why it's worth, as Will said, like probably 200 points.
Oh, now he's potentially going to play just Oho.
Oh,
that is like a
this is tense.
Like an exclamation.
Oh, and he avoids disaster here, whether he knows it or not. So close to just that would end the game basically, right? Like
It would.
Yeah.
But note that, yes, he dodged the bullet here. At the same time, he kept 2 eyes on his rack. That does set him back quite a bit for next turn.
What do you think he's looking at now when he doesn't have that obvious play available?
Nothing is very obvious. He can play something like Eid through the E of uneven, making if. That scores decently well, but it leaves him with all consonants. So he'll be very, very vulnerable. Gaming Tarzan with an incredible suggestion of Fjord through Joe. That's actually a phenomenal suggestion there.
Oh, this is nice. Yeah.
It does open up access to a triple word score.
Place 3 consonants,
not
keep the
that
E.
strong. The D going to that lower right triple, it's not really that easy to score well with it.
He does go with feed here. Your first play you spotted. Was that the highest scoring one that he had?
By far, yeah.
By far, okay. He needs some vowels here now. GGZ. Oh, dear God. This rack is not looking good.
Devastating draw for him.
Now, here's a fun word that Mac has lined up. How many R's can you play after grr? How long can you make this word? Is he looking at go and like dropping 3 R's this way?
It's so that's the limit.
Okay.
Only 2.
Only 2? Okay.
You can't just keep adding.
Okay, all right.
But the funny thing about that is, you know the sound you make when you're cold?
Brr.
Brr.
Yeah?
That can actually have 3 R's.
B-R-R-R.
Yes, is a valid word. It's like Ian's getting ready to play wit, potentially, under the J and O. This is going to turn into a time scramble. The players have not a lot of time left.
Ooh. Okay.
There it is.
Comes down on the board.
This is huge. Mac is now in huge trouble here.
Would you ever trade this rack, or would you try to play until you get something good again? It feels bad to trade when you're behind. Maybe.
It does, but I think this is now a good opportunity for Mac to exchange. I think, in fact, we might see something rare for him. He might consider exchanging the Z because he really may need to draw a bingo here. And as good of a tile as the Z is, it doesn't help you achieve that objective.
Yeah, and does he want to keep RT as those letters are pretty good, synergize well? Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, now guys, fingers crossed. He needs a good draw here.
This is the draw. And he's got to get something that plays into probably the D of Lude is his best bet.
Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of consonants.
Oof. He has castrate.
Oh.
Castrate to the E. Chat is going to love this.
Castrate. Dude, I saw cat's rat.
Lude
That's my...
into castrate. That's incredible.
And it's not even that dangerous, right? Because the C in this line is not the most scary tile.
It's not, but it still gives me a little pause depending on what Ian draws. But this great play by
down
Ian.
Instantly. He sees it.
Whew. And castrate is the clear best play.
He's only going to be up like bingo. 30 points here, though. Like, this is still not over with this bingo.
Not by a long shot. Man, this is crazy. What a
such
game.
A close game. How cool if it goes the distance. Oh, he got the Z. He got the Z.
Oh, man. He almost has bronzing.
Oh, yeah. ING. Like, this is a fantastic draw.
So, Ian is going to have BEGY. That looks like Mac might be able to come up with a winning endgame sequence after that.
So from this point on, Mac will know exactly what Ian has, is what you're saying, because now the tile bag is empty. They've crossed out all the used letters, and he's going to know from now exactly what's left.
Yeah, this is a brutal endgame to figure out under duress like this. So he has the B. That would play alongside N and U of Antifog and Power. So he can play some stuff with B, like Brig, Bong. Oh my God, 2 minutes.
He's been in this situation before, though. Every time he plays against Despot, the Scrabble AI, he's always down to seconds, and then he usually finds a good endgame.
Anybody can come up with a sequence under duress, it's Mac. I think Brig is going to get it done because he has Zona in the upper right corner.
Can Ian block Zona in any way?
So the problem is, if Ian tries to block Zona, he's not going to score very many points, and Mac will have other options to play those same letters such as Azon through the second A of castrate. This is looking shockingly like Mac is about to clutch this out.
We have a series, Will. I think we have a series on this. Brig comes down. See the score?
He's got to play it fast.
Yeah, 45 seconds left only as he hits
There
the
it
clock.
is. I think this is a winner, and maybe one of the few, if not the only, winning plays that he has.
Yeah, he's up by 4 points before Ian makes his decision. Ian with 3 minutes. He's probably going to spend all the remaining time to look if there's any better sequence. See it, like he's going to know that this doesn't win. Down to 50 seconds here, Will. Trying to rack his brain for an answer to the puzzle. I don't think there is one, according to you. Taking your word for it. There it comes. Jive. The only option.
Yep.
And
well
Zona
done to Ian.
instantly.
That's as close as it gets, forcing Mac to find Zona.
What is the final score? We're gonna hear the post-game talks between the players here. Wins by 5 points.
Redo it. I wonder if that's my only win. That or Grizz.
Yeah, so Grizz. I don't know.
But then I don't think, because that, or am I going out for enough? Is Evan enough after Grizz? I don't think so. Goodness gracious.
Well, it was key.
Goodness gracious, indeed.
Whatever happens, it's been a hell of a match. Man. Definitely going to need a little air after that one.
There's going to be a decider now for who wins the championship. I think we're going to start here any moment. And
Game 5.
Let's hope for a good match here at the conclusion to this finals. Ooh, and
the game is starting.
Mac almost able to play Scrabble, which is a valid 7-letter word, but he plays a different bingo instead.
A draw.
Instant bingo to start the game 5 of the finals. Is this beavers or bearers, or which word is this?
We'll find out. Beavers would be a very logical play. The V would prevent overlapping plays from going all the way across, because there are no 2-letter words with a V. As
we see at the bottom here, by the way, he has played beavers.
Blank is a V.
Yeah. Start the game.
I like that choice.
And now what do you think about his redraw here in Ian's rack?
Mac's redraw will give him a crazy bingo through the S of beavers if it stays unobstructed of diapason. I know that sounds insane. But look at the way he set up his letters.
He's ready to play diapason for sure.
He saw it instantly.
Do you think he's likely to go at the S here, Ian, since he has some high point tiles to those triple letter scores?
He might want to play something to the B of beavers, because that's the only tile on the board that scores more than 1. So I think a more standard play is what he's about to make. He could be playing O, as chat has noted, F out of here, alongside the B and E of beavers.
This overlap scores a lot from, and he is going to play it here, foe. And I think Mac isn't going to hesitate here. He's going to play immediately. There's nothing else to think about.
The only thing he has to think about is that he actually could play Paranoid through the R as well. But this play is better. It's better for, it scores more, and it doesn't give access to the triple word score the way Paranoid would.
Now, having turned over 5 out of 7 tiles, Ian's rack looks pretty good. Oh, he might bingo back here. This is one of the nailers. Like, this is one of the ones you'll learn immediately, right? Super high probability rack.
This is one that pretty much every letter in it has many copies.
Renails. I don't know if this is a word. I'm just...
It is.
Okay,
you're absolutely right.
All right. So there is going to be a bingo back. Can you take an S to diapason and hit the double?
Can.
Okay. So
that is almost certainly, he's going to pick either renails or nailers in that spot.
And this is going to score pretty well for a bingo. So he's not going to be as far behind as it looks like on the scoreline, but he is certainly trailing.
And if you can imagine nailers on the board, it puts an E in a spot where a triple word score will be pretty easily accessible. So Mac's going to get another 30. Event.
Yeah.
In that spot.
And importantly, event is one of these, not only that word, but playing a word that lands exactly on the triple is not so dangerous because there is no triple available.
Oh man, a great draw for Ian.
Yeah.
Polarize through the eye of diapathy.
Oh my god, you're kidding. Is there
Crazy
any
draw
way
of my
that
eye.
Mac like susses this out or changes his play, or do you think it's
That spot,
Yeah, it looks
of
very
the
good.
E into the triple, is probably the best scoring spot. So he's probably thinking, I got to cover that so that Ian doesn't play like an EX word there or something.
And the V gets doubled and then the entire word gets tripled, right? Like
Right.
it's very logical, I think, to instantly go there. We also have Josh Sokol in the chat, another great Scrabble player, and he says Veiny.
Hey,
Veiny as
our
well through the
defending
eye.
champion.
So Veiny here would actually block would block the bingo, which would be crazy. Oh, Veiny comes down!
Player.
He blocks Polarize.
Oh my god.
Without he's avoided
Dodging.
disaster. Oh my god, and that's the stuff that you need to win tournaments. He doesn't know Ian has this.
What a
but
swing.
what a lucky break.
That's a huge swing. Ian still is a Z. You can play plenty of things that score 50 into the N. So 0, making no. Okay, he's found an even better. Zoil.
Zoil. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a really nice word to know because it has all those vowels in it.
Would I play in the just above the no? Like Z and then O? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it
like
plays
this.
with NA and
Can Mac
54.
now Z to the triple?
Zany looks great.
This is a very high scoring game, is it not? Like I feel like every turn so far has
Yeah.
been very high scoring for both players.
For sure.
Does each language has its own Scrabble champion?
The languages that have big competitive communities are certainly English by far, but French also pretty good, and Spanish as well.
What word is Mac looking at, having aligned his tiles like this?
So luteum,
It's a element
that
or
is a
something?
valid word. It's not 100% clear to me where
No.
he wants to play it, unless I'm missing something rather. Maybe just off of AL, forming all. That's going to get blocked here though.
Irid comes down. Good
Yeah, this
lead
is-
for Ian.
If it is, but if you're Mac, you love to see this. He just scored 9 points
Whew.
on a turn, which is well below average.
Now he's forced to keep one of the U's, right? Can't get rid of both.
He is, which is not ideal for sure. Looks like he set up Emu, the bird.
Now what about this X that Ian has? 8 points it's worth. Can he like put it in any big spot here, or is it kind of like I'm seeing X, for example, near the top?
I think Ian's hoping that the eye of Irid stays open.
Oh, yeah.
You could plop that X down in there, but again, Mac is he's gonna Neo his way out of this.
Yeah, XI is a valid
And-
2-letter, but again, Mac is in the right place to to block this. So to my untrained eyes, this actually looks like a pretty good rack for Mac. Like it looks like a lot of tiles you see frequently, like rate, L, but maybe too many vowels. Is he just gonna look to like fish, as they say in Scrabble, where you dump a few tiles,
Good.
you try to get something good from the bag and make it a bingo, but you keep like 5-6 tiles?
The only thing marring this rack is the U. Everything else is phenomenal as far as a bingo tile. But this board is not the best for playing bingos right now. Where would a 7-letter word play? You actually can't really fit it anywhere because the V of veining is constricting a huge chunk of that board. Based on the way he set his tiles up, he may play Alluvia through the V of veining to get as many points as he can. And I think that's a good idea for him. But if Ian plays mix off of the Y of veiny, that's going to make a big T hook mixed with a T. Just also note the unseen tiles in the upper right, and not a single T has been played.
Oh, so there's high
So,
probability.
All
Yeah,
6 T's
Elects for
are
something
still
else.
there. So yeah, he's going to play something else. This is smart.
Oh, I see a Q in his hand there. Not what he needed on an otherwise really good rack.
Oh man, that is pointing out Mac can actually play Alluviate through the V and E. It's not a bingo,
This is an
but
insane
it's
word.
beautiful. Alluviate
Oh, he's
scores
holding it.
33.
Yeah. He's gonna play it. It comes down.
For
is
that score?
insane.
It's worth it, right? Like, what are the good things that can happen? Yes, Ian might bingo, but you can also draw the blank, more likely, when you're playing 6 tiles like this, you can draw another S. So I think Mac's going to live with the chance of, yeah, could I give up a bingo through the E? Maybe, but it's worth the risk.
And look at this. Ian decides to just fish off the queue, play Chi for 30, keep a good rack too. Very important draws coming in now. WW for Mac. And what tile did Ian get? C.
He doesn't have anything through that E, which is the most appealing spot. He could play Wanter, one who wants.
Someone who wants something, yeah, Wanter, making DA.
With tons of overlap.
At PE and AR.
Yeah.
Do you want to run us through these 2-letter words? What is a DA? What is a P?
Da is just another word for a father.
Okay. Da.
AT is a regular English word.
Yeah. At.
PE is a Hebrew letter. Pet. It has a bunch of different transliterations. And AR, every single letter in the English alphabet, has a phonetic spelling. So this is the letter R spelled out.
Oh, yeah, that's like how it's written. In the same way, would just J, like J-A-Y, would that be valid?
Yeah.
Okay.
J-A-Y is also a bird.
Oh.
But like G-E-E or
Yeah.
J-E-E. Oh, look at that. It scores decently.
20.
But blocking that E, this is Mac playing defense and leaving the board really tough for Ian to work with. I think that previous play of Chi using just one tile, and then also remember Ian's play before that, Pox using only 2 tiles. They're signals to Mac that if you're Ian, he's basically telling Mac, I've got 5 or 6 tiles I like.
Is it easy to get stuck in a pattern where you're just missing those 2 tiles? You fish, and then you fish, and then you fish, and it just doesn't connect. And when like you're so committed to this idea of bingoing with the rack that you have that you might get too carried away.
It absolutely is. And it's tough sometimes to be patient in situations like this when you need a bingo so badly, if you're Ian, but you also need your bingo to actually matter.
And so are we seeing Ian is lining up micro here? Might just want to play off a lot of tiles and score. I'm not seeing where it placed though.
I don't see where he's playing micro either. It looked like he was getting set to play mock, M-O-C, in the same spot where I suggested mix.
Does it take an S?
It does. So he would be setting up his S.
Are we setting up his S for the next turn for something here, perhaps? Oh, and he sends it.
Doesn't.
He sends it, yeah. But I guess he recognizes too, like, he doesn't want to wait around too long until there's only like 20 tiles left. He needs to create opportunities now. Chat points out snoring under mock, but it's very likely that he won't play that necessarily because he then...
Well, remember, Ian has a D.
Yeah, so it wouldn't bingo. He would be missing 1 tile. And it's very important to play off all of them as you get a 50-point bonus. So
you would ideally want to play 1 more and get the 50 extra bonus.
It's hugely rewarding to play all of them at once.
Yeah, I was saying before, it's kind of like a home run or like a goal or some big...
A Tetris.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I never understood why we call that play in Scrabble a bingo. That's another game. Why don't we call it a Scrabble like Tetris calls it?
A Scrabble. That would be way better. We should popularize that.
I don't know why.
Okay, from now on, we're calling them Scrabbles. We see Wedded come down from Mac, so the bottom of the board is open. Courtings, as you said, is open.
I'm curious if Mac sees that spot for Axe and Ew, because it does score a lot more than Wedded, but this used more tile, so maybe Mac wanted that.
Courtings comes down, and Mac does not really have the best tiles to respond to this.
No, he doesn't.
This is
there's
awkward.
Still a blank.
Yeah.
That Ian can draw. This is crazy.
Curious.
A good draw for Ian, and things could reverse here.
Yeah, and is this points up to date now? 310, 234. Is that the score? No, it's not. It's equal, and he gets the blank. And it looks like very good tiles so far. Oh, this is good for Ian now.
Huge for him.
He has bingo T blank.
He's going to have bingos through that U. Bolting, at the very least. Weird spelling with a U. But it is valid. This is getting dicey. Oh, Mac.
Ooh. And he doesn't maybe have that good way of dealing with it. He's just going to play Off the V.
He's gonna play through the end.
And he will be trailing now after Ian's bingo.
Whoa. Wow. Crazy swing.
Yeah.
The one nice thing is that
this is
Ian's
good.
bingos don't score well.
He gets
They only score 60.
Yeah, he gets SRA from that draw. Well, some good tiles coming through.
So Ian will only be up by like 20-ish points after this.
Is there any chance, like, in your brain for a 9-letter word through EW or AP in the middle there? For anything?
Are... I'll never say impossible, but they're certainly unlikely.
Yeah.
Those just aren't great combinations for 9-letter words. Now, if you're going to tell me that's like ED or ER,
it'll be something else, maybe.
Yeah. But the EW, that'll be tough.
Okay, so doubting, or?
As crazy as this is to say, the K, I think, has become the critical tile.
The K might decide the championship. And
if Ian gets that, it's going to be tough.
And he's drawing 7 out of 15 tiles here. He has about a 50% chance to hit it. Is he going to have the K on his rack? Last 2, and he has not gotten it. So it's still looming in the bag.
If I'm Mac, maybe I want to play something like Vaguer, and my reasoning for that is going all out to get that K. If he can draw something like Joke in that spot, that's a GG.
How many points will that score? Around 60, maybe?
63.
Yeah.
Which is as much as Ian just got for his bingos.
Yeah, like that's
actually
crazy.
More.
And with this play, like he still keeps an S and a C. Still good tiles.
Now, he does have the last S.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll feel scared that he'll instantly lose the game to Ian if he doesn't block that spot.
He has no idea. Ian could have the K right now and just get ready to plop down Joke all the same.
But maybe given that he's the one who's trailing, he might need it.
And you just never know. Like, you kind of have to go with your gut here. Do you think he has it? Do you think he doesn't have it?
Oh, let's see what he does.
Is Urge lined up for...
Where is that going?
Under the V Urge. Okay, so he has actually at least gotten away without getting wrecked this play.
He's going for Cask with OK.
Oh, he's only missing the K. Yeah. Oh, Boris being rotated. Cask in the same spot. Okay,
if he gets that K,
he got the K.
Oh,
but it's getting it blocked. Ian recognizes the danger of that spot, and it does get taken out just in time.
Great recognition by both players.
All right,
but that didn't score very well.
No.
And it left Ian with bad tiles.
Yeah.
In fact, Mac has hackers on his rack.
Hackers? It doesn't play anywhere. I also
it doesn't, but it's
play
very flexible, and there's not a lot of time either.
3 minutes to figure this out now, and he has to make up 30 points.
So he can play S-Char. There it is. This scores massively.
Where does it play?
Use going into the bottom right, but is it going to be enough? He needs to be thinking, what tiles could I draw? And if he plays S-Char, the 2 tiles in the bag.
Oh, he likes to play this key. He gets the J.
Crazy.
He does get the J here, which is the higher scoring tile.
But it's going to be tough to use on this board.
And he doesn't want to be J stuck, right? Because that is a very real possibility in this endgame. He could sit with a J and have no valid play, and then Ian could play off 1 tile at a time. Chad is asking if JUS is a valid play.
It is.
So you would have 2 spots for the J if you do go with S-Char. Oh no, you wouldn't, because juice.
You wouldn't exactly.
Juice isn't a valid word. You would actually have, after S-Char there would be an E here, and so this would not be valid.
If S-Char gets blocked, Mac can play things just like Jag. That's pretty good. It gets rid of the J, scores decently, and it would leave him with Ewers. Oh wow, the remaining letters would play through EW.
Oh, here, sewers down here.
No, CH.
Oh yeah, chewers, not sewers, sorry.
If Ian plays TO, that could allow Mac to squeak out yet another endgame under extreme time pressure.
Is there anything better for Ian here?
I have no idea.
Oh, this is probably an endgame that will be analyzed a lot after the tournament too.
But those same letters for Ian, T-O.
He's playing?
You could play them into...
He plays Tog to block Jag, but now S-Char is probably going to come down, right? Or is there not going to be an out for the J? And Ian has an out, right? Dilute?
He has Dilute, but I don't think it fits anywhere. I feel like Mac should still be able to come up with this. Haji into the Eye of Alluviate, but he has to be careful that he's not giving Dilute back. S-Char would allow Ian to simply block the lone J spot. And
being J stuck here is not a good outcome. At that point, he might lose this. I think being J stuck is a loss.
At the very least, with the A of Haji, he would set up an outplay for himself in the obscure Serac. I know that's not a normal word. Oh, he's got 40 seconds. Oh my god. He's got to pull the trigger on a play here. Taking a time penalty is not.
Oh, is he going to take a time? Possible. This is a 10 second. Yeah, minus 10
points
if he goes over the timer.
He's got to roll with it.
As Chad pointed
Whatever
out,
he chooses.
He would also have search. No, he wouldn't. Sorry, never mind. He goes with Haji with 15 seconds left. Oh, he wants to change it. He plays Joe instead. 12 seconds left as he makes that change, leaving search. Oh.
Wow. So he plays his J and is now going to force Ian to block S-Char, which is not that easy to do. This game is coming down to the final seconds.
And what's his follow-up? He knows S-Char will be blocked. If not, the game is over. Mac wins if Ian doesn't block S-Char. So what is he going to do after?
I think he has to block down there or it's an auto loss. So whatever he plays needs to be down there. I'm worried that Mac's going to take a time penalty too.
I mean, he has to know his immediate decision now to not take a time penalty. I mean, he's ready to pounce. He looks like a sprinter on the starting blocks. He's just gonna, you know, plop something down immediately. He has to know his follow-up here.
He will go fast.
Oh! S-Char is open. He's gonna play out. And the game ends.
He must not have seen it.
Ian didn't see S-Char. That is the tournament. Mac wins the National Scrabble Players Championship 2024. And here, let's hear in with the players.
For Mac to play. Let's cut to overhead Mike. But Mac Meller, your 2024 champion.
What a series.
Yeah, well, I should have. If I eat that twee, I guess.
A twee. That would have been a winning play for Ryan.
It would have won?
You do after a twee.
Yes.
Oh shit, Deli.
Lude.
Oh my god.
Again.
Lude too close. Atsui and Lude.
Maybe what do you do after Haji? Because if you play like Lude,
I know. I saw that. I didn't like my chances.
I thought maybe Lud.
Wow, and that last minute change from Haji.
Yeah, it was so low. It was too complicated. We were so low on time.
Might have clutched it for him. I mean, out of the Scrabble series you've seen, Will, how does this one rank?
Hell of a match.
Well done.
This is right at the top.
Right at the top. I think we witnessed something incredible here, guys. This is simply stunning to watch. And on that note, we have a winning interview here from Mac. Let's take a listen in.
Soak in the moment for a minute. That was a great game. I'm sure you're probably hoping to post-mortem it. We'll get some great content. But how does it feel right now? One of the best players in North America for 10 years. You finally got that title. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm still processing it a little bit. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, first of all, I want to give major credit to Ian. He's a heck of a player, put up a heck of a fight this match. That was probably, I mean, I haven't seen everything, but probably one of the best finals you'll ever see of any championship. I mean, I think this game, we were looking at it briefly. I do think Joe was not the right play, but we were both so low on time. Closed board endgame. It's so hard. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
We noticed a few times throughout the tournament, including that last game, you tend to make more defensive plays than at least we were both more accustomed to. Specifically, the play of Vaney blocked Polarize with the I in Vaney with the Z.
You know,
yeah, I think a lot of that it's actually inspired by the series I've been doing on my YouTube channel against.
Go subscribe to Matt, guys. And, he does this series
super aggressively, and on boards where
against the
there
best
aren't a lot of opportunities to reopen, it tends to play
I have
very
watched a lot of these.
Mac, we're going to set you free. Congratulations. Our 2024 North American
Claps in the
Scrabble
chat.
champion.
What
Mac Miller.
cinema we just
Thanks,
saw,
guys.
guys. Insane. Really, really insane stuff. I enjoyed it a lot. Will, are you still here? You were saying
I'm here, yeah. I gotta
lifelong goal in the
go
game.
give at some point give Mac a big hug.
You should.
He's definitely the guy that we've all wanted to see win this. This is an amazing moment to see him achieve this milestone. The youngest ever Scrabble Grandmaster.
And what a nail biter it was as well. Like that way to win it. To win it by 5 points in game 4, to go to the distance, and then finding that ending sequence with Joe and Eschar.
It was a pleasure to be on here with you.
A pleasure as well,
These
Will.
matches. I'm gonna go find Mac and give him a great big hug.
But yeah, huge shout outs to you as well. Thank you so much for helping me commentate this with my chat. I would not have been able to. Will also streams on Twitch, makes videos. Will Anderson on YouTube, Scrabble history videos, amazing stuff. And yeah, have an excellent rest of your day and potentially celebration with Mac.
Sounds good, man. Always a pleasure. Thanks very much. And peace out, chat. Great comments, great thoughts. Until next time.
Until next time, Will. Thank you so much, man.